we human beings can have mortality by accepting the gospel, and that is through Jesus Christ, the only begotten Son of God. So, when can we expect to have this immortality? Is it right now or in the near future, the immediate future, when we die? When? Let's go to the Bible. The book of 1 Corinthians, chapter 15, verse 51 to 54. What does it tell us? Behold, I show you a mystery. We shall not all sleep, but we shall all be changed in a moment, in the twinkling of an eye, at the last trump. For the trumpet shall sound, and the dead shall be raised incorruptible, and we shall be changed. For this corruptible must put on incorruption, and this mortal must put on immortality. So when this corruptible shall have put on incorruption, and this mortal shall have put on immortality, then shall be brought to pass the saying that is written, death is swallowed up in victory. Amen. I pray that we may all be part of those who shall be changed to see corruption no more. And so let's get the biblical teaching of the life of man. What is all about man's life? And the Bible tells us that man is mortal. One, man is mortal. And we can get that in Job 4:17. Let's go to the book of Job, chapter 4, verse 17. Job 4:17 tells us, behold, that is 5. Job 4:17. Shall mortal man be more just than God? Shall a man be more pure than his maker? You can answer. We can also read Romans 6 and 12. Romans 6, verse 12. The book of Romans, chapter 6, verse 12. Let me head there. It tells us, let not sin therefore reign in your mortal body, that ye should obey in the lusts thereof. So we see that man is mortal. You can also see that in the book of Romans, chapter 8, verse 11. You can note that down. Romans 8:11, and which tells us that but if the spirit of him that raised up Jesus Christ from the dead shall dwell in you, he that raised up Christ from the dead shall also quicken your mortal bodies by his spirit that dwelleth in you. 2 Corinthians 4:11, that's our last text that shows us that the life of man is mortal. Basically, human beings are mortal. 2 Corinthians, let's head there. 2 Corinthians 4:11. It tells us, for we which live are always delivered unto death for Jesus' sake, that the life also of Jesus might be made manifest in our mortal flesh. So the second thing about man's life is that it is like vapor that appeareth for a little time and vanisheth away. That is the last part of James chapter 4, verse 14, which tells us that man's life is even a vapor that appeareth for a little time and then vanisheth away. Basically, it's something that just can come and go. I'm sure you know what vapor is. I need not to define that. It does not last for long after you've seen it. It just vanishes. That is that's our life. Uh-huh. So the third thing about what the Bible teaches us about man's life is that it is a win. It is a win. That's when we are going to read the book of Job, chapter 7, verse 7. Job 7 7. It tells us that, oh, remember that my life is wind, mine eye shall no more see good. And then we also read Psalm 78:39. Psalm 78:39. It says, for he remembered that they were but flesh, a wind that passeth away and cometh not again. So again, man's life is transitory and perishable. We transitory basically means that it we go through various stages, transitioning from one point to another, and we can see that in you can you can note this down. Uh, I'll only read the last text, but you can read that in Luke chapter 13, verse 2 and 3. Luke 13, 2 and 3. You can also read John 3:16, John 3:16, Romans 2:12, Romans 2:12, 1 Corinthians 15, verse 17 and 18, Philippians chapter 3, verse 19, Philippians 3:19, and then I'll read 2 Thessalonians chapter 1, verse 9. 2 Thessalonians chapter 1, verse 9. What does it say? It tells us that who shall be punished with everlasting destruction from the presence of the Lord and from the glory of his power. Here we see that the life of man is definitely perishable. Um, in the Garden of Eden, when the devil came as a serpent and was beguiling Eve, sorry, um, he is the one who brought up this lie that human beings are immortal. God told man that he will surely die, but the devil comes and says, ye shall not surely die. Uh, that is in Genesis chapter 3, verse 4. So we see here the serpent. In the Bible, we see the Bible that the serpent is also referred to as the devil. That's in Revelation chapter 12, verse 9. And here, speaking of the Bible talks of the devil as a liar. He's the originator of lies. He is the father of lies. And we can see that in the last part of John chapter 8, verse 44. Let's read John 8:44. John 8:44. What does it say? It says, ye are of your father the devil, and the lusts of your father ye will do. He was a murderer from the beginning, and abode not in the truth, because there is no truth in him. When he speaketh a lie, he speaketh of his own, for he is a liar and the father of it. So I'll finish there. Uh, the first part of the state of man, which we talked about man's nature. and I hope it was a blessing to you. Uh, it was a blessing to me as well. We are definitely seeing from the Bible that this idea of man being is immortal is devilish. It's a devilish idea, and we should not follow it because the devil is a liar, and he is the father of it. So you feel free to give your comments, any questions thereof you may ask, and it's my sincere prayer that the grace of God be unto you all. Amen. And thank you for listening. May God bless you.